This is BeeSparrow and BuzzzTweet Radio. This is BeeSparrow and BuzzzTweet Radio.
Lately, I've been using my phone to earn some extra cash for groceries, for hair care products, for cleaning products. You heard me right. I used my cell phone to earn extra cash. How do you do that, B? I'm so glad you asked. Let me tell you how. I installed the ModeApp on my phone. This app is available in the Google Play Store as well as Apple Store. Once the app was installed, I set up my Mode account and started playing music from some of my favorite artists. It's amazing that I made money just by listening to my favorite songs. And you can do this anywhere, while out and about, while traveling, or even while you are working. Search and play music from over 100,000 radio stations. Earn Mode coins while playing music and games on your phone. Redeem for Amazon or PayPal cards. You can also redeem for Visa gift cards and more. I personally prefer to use PayPal, and I cash out about $40 a month. All I had to do was listen to music and they gave me money. You can do the same thing. Hey, you're going to be on your phone anyway. Might as well get paid for it. Install the Mode app today. An installation link can be found in the description box below. Hey, this is BeeSparrow. We're in the middle of a pandemic and there's nothing more important than keeping yourself and your family safe. But social distancing does not have to impact your ability to earn a living. Novi Consultants connect people like you to job opportunities with Fortune 500 companies from the comforts of your own home. Visit www.noviconsultants.com today. Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl BeeSparrow, BuzzTweet Radio. How y'all doing today on this beautiful Friday? I hope y'all having a wonderful day. I'll just talk to April. She was backstage with me, but she got a phone call, so she had to hop off. I'm not gonna be here, before you guys long, because I have to go back and finish planting my garden, honey. Yes, I have started a container garden on my balcony, and today I went out and bought me some trellises, and for the first time I'm going to be planting some flowers so I can get some bees on my balcony to pollinate some of these flowers if I do happen to get flowers. I'm not really expecting any fruits. Let me see, I got some cucumbers, I got some beans, tomatoes, I got chives, calandra, how you say it? Calandra, basil, turnips. What else do I have? Lettuce. I'm just learning how to grow my own food. so that uh, when these hard times hit, I won't have to go to the grocery for. I can just grocery for. What's a grocery for? Somebody please tell me what the hell a grocery for is. I won't have to go to the grocery store, or I won't have to spend a lot of money. So my beans are looking good. Well, they were. The thing is, I don't get a lot of sun on my balcony. I used to, but I guess the trees in the back has grown up, and they kind of blocking the sun. But I get in the morning, I get some sun on one end of the balcony, and in the evening, I get sun on the other end of the balcony. So I'm proud of myself. I went out and bought me some little things, some little signs and stuff for my garden, and waiting for the rental office to tell me that I can't plant anything out there. I'm really waiting for that. I'll just bring it inside. I have a heat lamp, so hey. Like I said, I'm not gonna be up here very long because I do want to get back to planting. It is so relaxing. And like I said, I've never planted flowers before. I'm gonna put down some marigolds, and I don't even know what the other 3 packs are that I bought. But I was just telling my daughter, I don't know if it's because it's the first of the month or what, but people are happy today. People are very happy today. Striking up conversations with me about my potting soil that they saw me grab. Oh, you starting a garden? Yes, I am starting a garden. Young man, how you doing today, Miss Lady? Oh, hey, how you doing? This is in DC now. And I'm like, wow, people are happy today. Maybe because it's a 3-day weekend, right? Is it a 3-day weekend? Yes, it's a 3-day weekend. The 4th of July is coming up. Um, I don't celebrate pagan holidays anymore, but I hope you guys be safe out there while y'all celebrating. Enjoy, be safe, love on one another. Life is too short for us to be beefing. I keep saying it. And don't get it twisted. I ain't beefing with nobody. But don't think that ain't no punks over here, ain't no bitches over here, ain't no punks over here. But I ain't beefing with nobody. If you want it, I can bring it now. Huh? Oh, okay. My daughter telling me to calm down. Let me calm. Oh my gosh. People stupid. People suck. Anyway, so I have my I don't know if I talked to you guys about the condition. I went to I around May 11th. I contacted COVID-19. Did I say contact? I meant contract. Contracted COVID-19. Ended up going to the hospital because I almost fainted. So I went to the hospital, and they kept me for about 4 days. I had mentioned to them that I was having some problems with my menstrual cycle, and they sent me to go get a pap smear. And when they got a pap smear, and they found mass on one of my ovaries, the size of a small fist. Well, they said a bagel, but the last doctor that I went to see, she said it was the size of a small fist. Her fist was rather small. She said it was the size of her fist. She had a rather small fist. So they say they don't believe that it's cancerous. They believe that it's like a cyst, but you never know, right? So I had to do a biopsy. The first biopsy I did, it was very uncomfortable. I couldn't take it no more. So she said, well, look, we're going to do this. We're going to give you a Valium. We're going to schedule an appointment for you to come back. I want you to take this Valium 30 minutes before your appointment. So I took the Valium. Is it Valium? So I took the Valium. I don't know yet. I took the Valium, went back to get a second biopsy. I couldn't take it. That thing was so painful. I cried out, tears rolling down my face. Lord have mercy. I mean, it was so uncomfortable and painful. And this little white chick talking about, you want to hold my hand? Girl, I'll break every finger, every bone in your finger. She said they should have gave me a Valium from the start. The second time they gave me the Valium, and it didn't do anything. I still felt what they was doing down there, and it was very painful, very uncomfortable. So now I have to go under anesthesia, anesthesia, whatever. But I have to go see my primary doctor first. And I don't know, just V, but I have to go back. Yeah, I have to go to my primary doctor first to get my heart checked to see if I can take the butterfly IV or whatever, see if I can do the surgery. And I do that this month. Shalom, Sister April.
Hello, my friend.
I'm praying that the results are good too, Just V. I mean, it is what it is. But let me
I
tell you a
am
little story. Hold on, April. Hold on, April. Let me tell you a
okay.
little story. How old are you, Candace? My daughter is 35 years old, right?
Yes, ma'am.
When she was like, I think she was like 2 or 3 months. No, you had to be older than that because Cindy was here. So you had to be about 11, almost a year old. Um, I had an appointment to go get it
Okay.
scraped off. I had an appointment to go get the mask scraped off. Back then, it was a little spot, but I didn't go to the appointment. I never made it to the appointment. Back then, it was a little tiny weeny spot, and I was supposed to go and get it scraped off, but I never went. So now it has grown over the years to like the size of a small fist, an adult small size fist. So yes, I have to go under anesthesia on the 26th. I think it's the 26th, and they're going to scrape it off. And I'm saying this to the women because we need to take care of ourselves. My primary doctor, he really sucked. He doesn't care about. I'm gonna just speak for myself. He really doesn't care about my health. It seems like. So I had to take measures into my own hands and go find out what was going on with me. And so, April V says she's docking your pay because you didn't come last week. You didn't come to work last week.
Okay, Just V. I am very sorry. And actually, Just V, I'm on the conference call. I'm waiting on Debowski's hearing to start. Debowski was arrested. Um,
And you want to talk about why, or is that?
yeah, he was saying that they were going to try to go to New York to prosecutor's office and the judges like they were Donald Trump. He was asking people to do that.
And don't he know that you cannot do that? Well, he do. He know now, but you cannot listen, people. This is the internet. People are listening. You just can't say or do any damn thing you think you can. This. Look, YouTube ain't our platform. This that don't belong to you. It doesn't
Yes,
belong to
I
you.
feel for him too, Justin. See, um, with this R. Kelly case, this case was so emotional. People got so involved in this shit. You know, I believe they were paid way before Debowski came on the scene. There have been other people that had threatened people, talked about people's kids. I think what got Debowski is he said the prosecution's office tried to tell him that the feds was watching all of these people and listening, and I believe some of them was working with the feds. Because the true friend would have never allowed Debowski to say the things he said. They would have cut the call off. So uh, I remember when people called me about Debowski. Hold on, y'all.
Yeah, so we're talking about, you bet, talking about one of our internet friends, Deboski,
Yeah.
who said
And
some
so
things. Go ahead, sis.
he, was up on the internet, talking like he was Donald Trump. Donald Trump, when they invaded the Capitol, did, I don't know, did Donald Trump get on the internet and tell people to do this? But he thought, he was
Yes, he
in
did.
a plan
He did.
like Donald Trump.
Donald Trump did. He had a rally, and they have secret rooms on the internet where they go in and talk behind everybody else back. They do have meetings on the internet, but yes, he did. Donald Trump is in a lot of trouble, whether y'all
No, ain't
realize it
nothing
or
getting
not.
ready to happen to Donald Trump.
You said ain't nothing getting ready to happen.
Come on, please. Come on. Now
Before we get into R. Kelly,
right.
go ahead. Do you
Talk
want to?
your story, because like I
Do you
said,
want to get the Carolyn Bryant story out of the way and do the R. Kelly story last? Because I know I got a feeling you got a lot to say about this R. Kelly case.
yeah, I got a whole lot. I
Okay,
want to
so let
talk
me
about
talk
my
about.
personal opinion.
So let's
So
talk
I'm gonna
about
listen.
Carolyn. Let's talk about Carolyn Bryant. You know, we talked about her before, right? Carolyn
Hmm.
Bryant, that's the woman that accused Emmett Till of touching her. And she allegedly made a confession to an author that was interviewing her, saying that he did not touch her, he didn't say anything to her. But the thing about it is the author doesn't have it on audio. He wasn't recording her at the time. So the question is, did she recant? Did she recant? Did she tell that author that Emmett Till did not do anything to her? So the author name is Timothy Tyson, and his book on Emmett Till became a bestseller thanks to the bombshell quote he attributed to Carolyn Bryant Donham that she lied when she testified about accusing or about Till accosting her. Donham's daughter-in-law, Marsha Bryant, who was present for the two tape recorded interviews Tyson did with Donham, said her mother-in-law never recanted. Said she never recanted. Adding to the intrigue is the fact the quote Tyson attributed to Donham isn't on the recordings. So he said that she confessed that Emmett Till didn't do anything to her, but he doesn't have any recording. He wasn't recording it. No audio. Bryant said, so the daughter-in-law said, people unfortunately believe that the 84-year-old played a role in Till's murder when she had nothing to do with it. They think she should die or go to jail forever. They think whatever happened to Emmett Till should happen to her. Donham's then husband, Roy Bryant, the one you see in this picture right here, and his half brother, J.W. Millen, on August 28th of 1955, grabbed Till from his great uncle's home, carried him away, and killed him. Both men are now deceased. Donham was appalled by Till's murder and never wanted it to happen, Marsha Bryant said. And they said that Carolyn Bryant Donham was not available for interview, but in the book, The Blood of Emmett Till, Tyson wrote about Donham's memoir, recounting the story she told at the trial using imagery from the classic Southern racist horror movie of the Black Beast Rapist, but about her testimony that Till had grabbed her around the waist and uttered obscenities to her. She told the author that that part was not true. He said the recordings of his interviews with Donham are now in the hands of the FBI, which is re-examining Till's killing. So it's his killing is being re-examine it. We're going to talk about that warrant arrest that they found buried in a courthouse for her arrest. So he goes on to say, she goes on to say, it is true that that part is not on the tape because I was setting up the tape recorder. He said he was setting up the tape recorder when she confessed. Mm, mm, mm. He said when Donham began to mutter something about they're all dead now anyway, he snatched up his notebook and began taking notes, which the FBI had since subpoenaed. He shared a photo of the notes with the Clarion Ledger. They read, that part wasn't true 50 years ago. I just don't remember. Nothing that boy ever did could justify what happened to him. Bryant says she feels Tyson acted unethically in dealing with the book she was writing with her mother-in-law, more than a wolf whistle, the story of Carolyn Bryant Donham. He had access to the book because he was my editor, she said. We allowed him to interview Carolyn and he helped me edit. Tyson's book, The Blood of Emmett Till, includes information from that memoir. So Carolyn Bryant, the woman that accused Emmett Till of grabbing her around the waist, her daughter-in-law is saying that she did not recant. She did not recant. Now an arrest warrant for her was found nearly 70 years later in a court case.
So they knew 70 years ago that she lied.
Apparently. So it says a team searching the basement of a Mississippi courthouse for evidence about the lynching of black teenager Emmett Till has found the unserved warrant charging a white woman in his 1955 kidnapping and Till's relatives who initiated the search warrant authorities to finally arrest her nearly 70 years later. Remember we did a show on her years ago?
Right, because everybody, we thought she was dead.
People thought that she was dead, but I have found evidence that she was alive, and people did not believe me. And that was what? That had to be every bit of 6 years ago. She's
Yeah.
still alive. She
Now,
living in Raleigh,
wait
North
a minute,
Carolina.
B. I want to say something. I got my phone on mute. I'm waiting on the Volsky case to come on.
Okay.
So whenever it comes up, I'm gonna mute. So
Okay.
you're gonna have to
Okay.
talk.
Okay.
All right.
So a
So
warrant for the arrest of Carolyn Bryant Donham, identified as Ms. Roy Bryant on the document, was discovered last week inside a file folder that had been placed in a box. LaFleur County Circuit Clerk Elmas Stockstill told the Associated Press. So documents are kept inside boxes by decade, he said, but there was nothing else to indicate where the warrant dated August 29, 1955 might have been. Wow. So they are investigating the Emmett Till case. Do y'all know that where Emmett Till Memorial is, that white people were going there shooting up his memorial? Do you know how many times that they picked up that sign, shot it with bullet holes, and threw it in the same river that they threw him in? Did y'all know that?
wow.
White people would gather around his memorial and just use it as target practice. Emmett Till, 14-year-old boy that was accused of grabbing a white woman around her waist. Do y'all know what they did to that young man?
So racism is still being taught.
Yes.
Hmm.
Do y'all know what they did to that young man because of this woman right here who got to live and watch her children grow up and now watching her grandchildren grow up? Come on now.
And you know what? I don't care how old she is. They didn't care nothing about Bill Cosby's age. Go pick
Right.
this woman up.
Right.
Go pick her up. But no, she's white.
So they
You
went
know,
to Emmett
look at
Till.
his face. Look at what was done. Do you know his mother died? Do you know how that probably affected her? To see her son come home like that based on a lie?
They
Look at
went
that.
to.
She
They
wanted
went
the
to.
world to see what they had
Right.
did to her child. I can
So they.
only imagine how this woman felt every day. I'm pretty sure she had nightmares.
So Roy Bryant and his half brother, who was armed, they went to Emmett Till's great uncle's house and abducted Emmett. They took him away, beat and mutilated him before shooting him in the head and sinking his body in the Tallahassee River. 3 days later, the boy's mutilated body, bloated body, was discovered and retrieved from the river. And I think they tied like a boat fan around his neck. So now they are revisiting the case. I mean, damn, if they could overturn over Roe versus Wade, why not revisit the Emmett Till case?
Thank you. Hmm.
All right, I just wanted to throw that out there. That's my only story that I have for today. Now we're going to talk about Mr. R. Kelly and what's going on with Mr. R. Kelly. I know it's been a crazy week for you, April, considering that R. Kelly is a personal friend of yours.
Yes, R. Kelly is and will always be our family friend no matter what. No matter what. It has been very hard. I've had some hard pills to swallow. I've seen the way the dirty parents have sent their daughters in to lie about their age. So if you was really a decent person, why would you have your daughter lie to a man about their age? Then he sleeps with you, and then you tell him the truth. Now, there are no laws against liars. There's no laws against parents. But first, nobody wants to address that they lied. Then people want to say that he should have stopped. Well, they shouldn't have lied. Trying to hear all this shit. They shouldn't have lied. I've seen people that took money in the black community. Okay, hey, I gotta mute the phone. The call getting ready to start. Keep talking.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, once again, we're talking about R. Kelly. Kelly got 30 years for what? Let me see. Cause I was never really an R. Kelly fan. I came to appreciate his music as I got older, but when Bump and Grind came out, I wasn't bumping and grinding. Okay, maybe I was, but I wasn't really feeling R. Kelly. Um, but I knew there was something about him too. I knew there was something. I wasn't feeling him when I was 14, 15 years old. I just wasn't. But, you know, this is what I don't like. This is what I don't like. The memes and the black people going in on him. And that's just what I don't like. But that's just me. I mean, sometimes you gotta let the Most High be the Most High and let Him handle it. Well, all the time, really. But all we can do is just pray for R. Kelly and keep it moving. That's
What did he? What were his charges? Like, what was he finally sentenced? What was his sentence?
all right. Well, since you asked, let me go on and read the article then. So, R. Kelly funneled millions of dollars from music royalties through a childhood friend right before his sex trafficking conviction, prosecutors allege. And this is taken from YahooNews.com, newsyahoo.com. Mm, mm, mm. R. Kelly sold some of his music rights for $5 million around the time of his trial, prosecutors alleged. They argued the proceeds should be considered when the judge issues a fine. Kelly was sentenced to 30 years in prison, plus $140,000 in fines, with restitution to be decided later. R. Kelly secretly has access to millions of dollars from the sale of some of his music royalties and funneled them through a childhood friend around the time of his sex trafficking trial last year, prosecutors said in court. Assistant U.S. Attorney Elizabeth Geddes disclosed the claims during the singer's sentencing hearing in Brooklyn federal court just before a federal judge handed him a 30-year prison sentence. Kelly was convicted on sex trafficking charges in September following a 6-week trial. Geddes noted that Kelly, through his R&B music, receives revenue from two separate forms of intellectual property rights. One is from his master recordings, which is owned by Sony. The other is the rights to his composition and lyrics, which Kelly personally held until August 2021. The man ain't as dumb as y'all think he is. Sony has withheld paying Kelly royalties from his master recordings as the company deals with judgments related to civil legal proceedings against him. They are currently holding on to between 3.5 and 4.5 million worth of royalties for Kelly, but owe 7 million in judgments, Geddes said. The composition and lyrics rights, however, were sold for $5 million in August. Prosecutors did not identify who purchased them. The proceeds, according to prosecutors, were held by Kelly's childhood friend, Keith Halbert. Listen, everybody need a childhood friend in their life. I'm telling you, need at least one. Somebody that you can fall back on, that you can really, really, really depend on. Because you know what? You can't trust nobody today. Nobody. Nobody, baby. Halbert also received hundreds of thousands of dollars from royalties from those rights, prosecutors said. Jennifer Bogine, Kelly's attorney, said at Wednesday's hearing that she was unfamiliar with the transaction and that royalties went down dramatically during the trial. I'm not familiar with him being able to get $5 million, she said. Bogine, or Bonjean, that's what it looked like to me. I'm not saying that's how you pronounce it, but that's what it looked like to me. Bonjean also argued that the potential for future royalties shouldn't be considered as Judge Ann Donnelly, who presided over the trial, considered a fine. Many people refuse to play his music since he's a convicted rapist and sex trafficker, she pointed out. He also struggles to understand the nature of his contracts because he struggles with literacy, she said. Listen, man, look. Y'all stop watching Harvey Weinstein movies. If y'all gonna stop listening if y'all gonna stop listening to R. Kelly, go back and look at all the movies that Harvey Weinstein produced and just don't look at him no more. If you're gonna ban R. Kelly music, ban Harvey Weinstein movies. Okay.
Which are
Okay. A lot.
like
If you go and look up, Google it. Go Google and see how many movies Harvey Weinstein watched. I bet you can count 5 on one hand. Maybe you can count 10. I bet you can count 5 movies that you done watched that Harvey Weinstein produced. But you're going to talk about mute R. Kelly music? What is wrong with black people? Listen, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes of nobody's life. What if the person that made the computer that you got raped a little girl when she was 12 years old? You gonna turn that? You gonna break that computer back? Break that computer up? Y'all, this is an evil world. People do evil things. If you're gonna mute R. Kelly, mute all evil. Go back and look at Harvey Weinstein movies and see how many of his movies you done watched and still watching. Huh, man. Anyway. The lawyer goes on to say, I think he's pretty close to indigent. Wait. Hold on. Poor and needy? Indigent. She says R. Kelly is borderline indigent.
that's what I was gonna say. If he was smart, he actually would have sold his music way before this case got to the conclusion it is now. Like way, you know what I mean? He thought
Yeah.
he was foolish enough to think it was possible that he was gonna get away with this. It probably doubled what he got double with that. And then they said, what? He has to pay 7, so he got that whole 5 he got to give it up, and he owes 2. Well,
She said he doesn't have any regular source of income. Donnelly issued a $100,000 fine plus a statutory $40,000 human trafficking penalty in addition to the 30-year sentence. She also scheduled a restitution hearing for September. Kelly's biological sisters on his father's side shook their head as Donnelly ruled on the financial penalties he will face from behind bars. Just wow. Just wow. So I don't know what this is, but I just received a text, right? I just received a text, y'all. Listen to this. Listen. It says, look, sir, we have several days investigating everything about you because you spend all your time bothering and wasting our employees' time. My hitman has located you and your relatives, and we have you monitored at all times. Our VIP model has canceled expensive services to talk to you, and you just wasted her time stealing information from our business. It would be best if we came to an agreement. You have to pay a fine of $3,000 to be able to fix this problem in a good way. I don't know if you're going to want to have a problem with me, but if you do not respond, then you will have me there in your address immediately. My hitmen have orders that this does not happen again and put an end to you and your family if you want to solve this. And you don't want it to end badly. Contact me immediately. Otherwise, then wait for next attack. This is what somebody just sent me.
I was like, look, I don't got the 3Gs, but maybe you should ask the Federal Bureau of Investigation if they spam. What have you been putting your phone in?
Anyway, people stupid. People stupid. I don't know what to think about
Hey,
R. Kelly, man.
I'm still on the call listening.
Well,
Right back.
I'm about to end this live stream, April,
Hold on, because I can't.
because I need to get back to my gardening. I really need to get back to my gardening. I don't know what to think about R. Kelly. I'm sorry. I mean, it seemed like a grown man ought to know better than to try to sleep with a 14-year-old girl, or I just don't know. I really don't. I don't know. So April want me to wait. I don't know. Like I really want to get back to my gardening. So let me say something else about Carolyn Bryant then. Since she want me to wait, and I really want to get back to my gardening. This is crazy.
What?
I need to find out who this phone number is.
Why they text you?
It says I said I don't know you. It said I do not know if you will want to have problems with the cartel, and we will also involve all their relatives in this. It is better that we reach a good agreement. There will be no problems between us and their family members. We'll have problems with the feds if you do not proceed to pay a fine in a good way to solve this case. I will proceed negatively. Mom, my daughter want me to call. I'm about to call.
It's a foreign person.
And you will be responsible for what happens. All right. I ain't calling my name.
Federal Bureau of Investigation. It looks like you received one of our numbers.
I'm talking squabbles to you, baby. They're not answering the phone.
The TextNow subscriber you are trying to reach is not available.
If you're not available, why you keep texting me? I don't know who you are. I don't know what cartel you from, but I watch Queen of the South. I do watch Queen of the South, so I know about cartels, but I don't know who you are. But my friend told me to tell you that they have contacted the federal enforcement officer. They have contacted a federal enforcement officer because you keep threatening me about a cartel and about some money that I don't know about, and we about to report your stinking ass.
Mom!
What?
Oh my goodness.
What? Okay. So anyway, y'all, I remember when I was in the church, right? And the church was putting together all of these little ministries. Like they had a van ministry, they had so many different ministries, cook ministry. So I thought maybe we should have a little ministry for the young women that come in. My husband sent me $100. What? I just spent $100 and he replaced it. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. So I had wanted to put a little group together for the young women in the church, you know, so that if they needed something like sanitary napkins or, you know, feminine hygiene stuff, that we would be able to get it for them, right? So they told me to put a proposal together, the pastor, the first lady, and the assistant pastor, me and this other girl, put a proposal together and we'll talk about it. And we'll hold a meeting. So I put the proposal together. Girl, child, guess what they told me? They said, because you don't have a degree, a college degree, we can't let you do this. You need to have a degree in something in order for us to in order for you to do this, you have to have a degree, right? So I'm like, I was kind of hurt at first. So I'm like, oh wow, okay, I don't have a degree, so I guess that's out of the question, right? So about a few days later, I was watching the news about these girls here at a high school in DC called Dunbar, who had high school girls who had just did the same damn thing that I proposed to the church. They did it in school, formed a group where if young women needed feminine hygiene or anything that they need, they can come to the group and get it, right? But the church told me that I could not do that because I didn't have a daggone degree. But check this out. Y'all, stay with me, y'all. Stay with me. Stay with me now. I came across an article, right, that says students will write a bill to open civil rights files that has been closed. Y'all feeling me? Now, the church told me that I cannot put together a group that caters to young women in the church because I didn't have a degree, but young ladies at Dunbar High in Washington, D.C., they formed a group that catered to high school students and young women. So why couldn't I again, church? Now, you have these students here that wrote a bill. High school students wrote a bill that will allow people to reopen old civil rights cases. So you try to tell me in the church, because I don't have a degree, I can't form no group for the young women. U.S. Senator Doug Jones introduced a bill Tuesday that would clear the way to open records for civil rights cold cases. A bill written by high school students.
Wait, home monitoring for who?
Ain't nobody saying nothing about no home monitoring. Listen. Oh. U.S. Senator Doug Jones introduced a bill Tuesday that would clear the way to open records from civil rights cold cases. When I was in the church and tried to get a group together for the young women, they told me I couldn't do it because I didn't have a degree. These young high school students is writing a bill that would clear the way to open records from civil rights cold cases. High school students. The Alabama Democrat, who was joined on Capitol Hill by 18 of the students who helped craft it, knows these cases well. In the early 2000s, he led the successful prosecution of Bobby Franks Cherry and Thomas Blanton in connection with the Ku Klux Klan bombing of a Birmingham church that killed 4 girls in 1963. Jones, whose bill is co-sponsored by Missouri Democratic Senator Clara McCaskill, said these records can play an important role not only for the victims' families, but for communities and even relatives of those who committed these crimes. An incredible level of healing and reconciliation can accompany knowledge, he said, given the age of these cases and the fact it is highly unlikely that these cases could be resurrected. This is the way to get the healing and reconciliation. And I think the Emmett Till case is probably the first case that they're working on. Probably the first case that they're working with. So like April said, they knew Carolyn Bryant was lying. That's why they found that arrest warrant after 70 years. In case y'all didn't know, Carolyn Bryant's Donham is the woman that accused Emmett Till of grabbing her by the waist and later recanted it. But the only thing is that the person that she recanted it to was not recording, so he doesn't have it on audio. When he heard her starting to talk about it, he put all his camera equipment down and started taking notes. And on the notes, he wrote down what she was confessing. And the FBI, who has started to reopen this case, has those notes. The student's teacher, Stuart Wexler, said when he told his students in 2015 about how many civil rights cold cases had gone unsolved and how many of those files remain redacted, they were upset. Abigail Nickerson, now a 19-year-old junior at Vanderbilt University, said she and her fellow high school students voted to create a bill to address the problem. But they told me in church that I couldn't put together a little group that caters to teenage women, teenage girls, to offer support, feminine hygiene, biblical encouragements. They told me I needed a degree to do that. Back to the article, she says, I could see that this was a chance to work towards something far more important than a 5 on the AP government exam. She says, something that could directly impact the lives of hundreds of Americans and work towards addressing past injustices in our country. The bill would create an independent review board of experts to analyze and release government files on civil rights cold cases. The bill mirrors the President John F. Kennedy Assassination Records Collection Acts of 1992, which cleared the way for releasing thousands of documents related to the assassination. On January 31st, 1964, Lewis Allen. I got to find a picture of Lewis Allen, y'all, because I really wasn't going to do this. I thought that we was going to be talking about R. Kelly, but let me tell y'all about Lewis Allen instead. If I can find him right quick. There he go. What's up, Lou? Big Lou.
Okay.
I wonder if this Lewis Allen III is related to him.
Okay. I'm back.
Hold on, April. Hold on.
Okay.
So let me tell y'all about Lewis Allen. On January 31st, 1964, Lewis Allen was fatally ambushed in front of his home near Liberty, Mississippi, not long after he identified the killer of Herbert Lee as a Mississippi lawmaker. Mm. Allen's grandson, who bears the same name, said he had seen the FBI documents on the case. The majority of it is redacted, he said. Opening the records so that the family can finally learn the truth would mean as much as it would to a person who grew up in South Africa and had the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, he said. So, this is back in the day when white men could just run up in your house and snatch you up and just do anything they want to with you, like they did Emmett Till.
Thank you for calling Joshua Arms.
They also did Lois Allen. It's crazy, man, how they do us and how they are still doing us. And then, as I said before, we got the nerve to walk around here and hate on each other. After how our open enemies treat us, there's no reason why we should be walking around here shooting each other. Well, why won't you go shoot your open enemy? But let me shut up. Let me hush. Because I don't want them to come and get me. You feel me, April? Anyway, opening the record so that the family can finally learn the truth would mean as much. Oh, I said that already. Even without justice, he said, opening the records would provide at least a measure of hope that the system can change. Louisiana journalist Stanley Nelson, who is now investigating the 1965 killing of Deputy O'Neal Moore, said if the bill passed, it would aid investigations like this by light years. So yeah, high school students got together to pass a bill to make it you be able to go and open up civil rights cold cases, and they said that there are thousands of them. April, you back?
Oh yes. So they're trying to get bonds for Dubosky. It will start back at 2:30. So this whole R. Kelly mess on YouTube has been nothing but the work of the devil. And this is my opinion, and my opinion only. I believe people were put in place on YouTube to cause the distractions that they did. I believe some people knew that Rob was, what was he facing, probably never get out. So they came on, set camps up on YouTube for money, cash apps, clicks, likes, and views. They have stolen in his name. They have scammed in his name. They have said they were going to do rallies, get commercials. The commercials was never shown. You went to rallies in New York, food, water, nothing. But they all collected money. Yes, this is Darlene April, and this is my opinion. This has been very emotional, very disturbing, because this isn't the person that I know, that I know, that a lot of other people don't know. Everybody that knows him don't know that side of him. And just because I support him, I do not need to be called names. Or I'm a pedophile lover, or this. I love a person that was good to my family. You people, you black people.
So I hear people saying
judgmental about people instead of using this case. This man was violated as a child. He was molested by a family member, his sister. He was molested by the neighbor, a man. He tells this story if you look at the video. He's probably got some deep-rooted issues. And I'm so sick of people saying he should have got help. Well, first of all, you're not a psychiatrist. You're not a psychiatrist.
So I hear people saying mute R. Kelly, but I'm wondering if people are going to go back and look at Harvey Weinstein movies, look at all those movies that you probably watched. Are you going to go back and ban his movies?
Well, see, that's what I say. Black people, we're such hypocrites. We talking about mute R. Kelly, but this whole country is based on a freaking lie. Every artist out there has had some type of charges, some type of problems against them. So are you going to mute them? See, black people, we want to pick and choose the battles. Nobody wants to talk about he wasn't protected as a child. Oh, he could have got help. He should have got help. Well, you know, they told him he was a sex addict. Nobody said, your shit deeper than this man. And then, he's finally talked about his abuse. I can't talking about his abuse. None of us are psychiatrists. Black people, we sweep shit under the rug. Like I said, everybody that was celebrating him being arrested, him getting 30 years, I was asking people, please. Now, since he's finally locked up, what y'all wanted, are you getting ready to go have your family member arrested? The touchy-feely uncle, the touchy-feely cousin, the pastor. We were the worst people on making sure this man was locked up. We talking about muting his music. Yet Walt Disney, the biggest pedophile, Shirley Temple, Mickey Rooney, you niggas still going to back Mickey and Minnie Mouse going on Disney's cruises. The Kennedy family, bootleggers. They turn their bootlegging money. To this day, the Kennedys still get money off all alcohol that's sold. But they were bootleggers. They did their stuff illegally. You got Donald Trump had charges of abuse. He became president. You got you got Clarence Thomas. A black woman said he did all kinds of stuff to her. And he still was appointed a Supreme Court judge. This latest one that Trump put in place. He had all kinds of allegations against him by women, but he was still elected to be a Supreme Court judge. But you want R. Kelly to rot and die in jail? Make it make sense, people. The president we have now, he was genius. He had allegations.
Donald Trump had sexual allegations against him as far back as the 70s.
Well, this is what I'm saying. And he was elected president. You know? But R. Kelly, everybody wants him to rot in jail. You people really need to do some soul searching. Soul searching. You love them other people so much and stand by them, but you hate your own people. Do you know we are still suffering from the effects of slavery? Do you know people are still suffering from childhood abuse? But we want to kill everybody that supports R. Kelly. We want to talk about them. We want to dog them out. But y'all sit up here, Van Gogh, Beethoven, most geniuses had mental issues and multiple personalities.
Well, I don't know what to say.
It's a lot. It's a lot. I'll be back on track next week. This was very emotional to me. I tried. I think I was fair. I looked at the case from everybody's eyes. I prayed for everybody involved. People talked about me because I was talking to people that felt like he should go to prison. But people have a right to feel the way they feel. I'm not going to hate anybody over the way they feel. You people need to grow up. You got people that defend you, and you allow people to come and disrespect them. Oh yeah, Just B says I can't believe he's now offering advice to help Debo after bragging he got him locked up. I mean, black folks, we the worst people. You brag about getting somebody locked up, but now you want to offer them advice? You were mad because he was a smart, intelligent man. I did not agree with some of the things that Dubowski did. We talked about him. He knew how I felt. When they called me talking about Dubowski, I came up with a plan to try to help him. They didn't want to do that. I tell people, y'all sit back and look at this stuff. Don't get me wrong, everybody. They grown. They can say whatever they want to. I did not allow anybody to disrespect folks on my.
So, who is offering to help him? Oh, okay.
The alleged and alleged family member. Girl, these people, it's like everybody wanted to be this face for him. I just came in. I wanted to share a video. Yeah. Hey, rocking with the truth.
Hey,
I,
rocking with the truth.
yeah, I just wanted to share a video. I never knew. I've been threatened. I've been talked about. People show videos on me. I didn't pay them people no attention. I didn't go cussing, arguing with them. I was like, good, let them show me singing and dancing. Because I knew, it came from my heart. Out of love, I tried to help him. Not for financial gain. Not to say, like, I'm the biggest supporter. Girl, the folks kicked me out of groups. They let people steal from them. It's been a wild 3 years. You got people wanting to tell you who you could talk to, trying to tell you what the supporter is. Like I tell them, y'all sitting around laughing at the boasting. Don't forget all of the stuff you did. You might have not said you going something to the extent of what he said with the prosecution, but you did other shit. All of this in the so-called alleged name of R. Kelly. I really do believe that these people was paid to do this. Still make him look bad. You had people all in New York clowning, acting a fool. I mean, it's been crazy. You've had people scamming folks.
April, let me ask you this. Do you see this in, I don't want to say the white community, but do you see white people doing Harvey Weinstein the way that they did R. Kelly, as far as the memes and, saying fuck R. Kelly? And do you see white people doing this to Harvey
No, they
Weinstein?
didn't do that for Jeffrey Epstein or Harvey Weinstein. Oprah Winfrey, Gayle King, she never talked about Harvey. But you sure had R. Kelly on your show.
Because I didn't follow the case.
Oh yeah, Rocket.
I'm not really an R. Kelly fan, but I hate the meme, and I hate stuff like this. I don't know what he did, or if he did it,
His whole story is sad.
but I hate
His
this.
whole life
I
story
hate stuff
is
like
sad.
this.
But it's not gonna end like this. Trust and believe. This gonna turn around. Hey, Rockin', we all told Jaboski he was being disrespectful. No, we can't control people. They're grown. But you can control your channel and what people say. I find it so strange. Uh, it's so strange that certain bloggers allowed him to come on their channel and just say whatever he wanted to say. And they said this, it's crazy. If I sincerely cared about Devotion. I talked to him. I told him I see something in him that he didn't see. I called other people to try to talk to him. But I never allowed him to come on my channel and disrespect people. See, as long as you go around and you co-sign bad behavior, you're no better than anybody else. Oh, it was entertaining to sit here and let him be disrespectful, talk about folks and everything else. Real true friends don't allow you to do that. Yep. Yep. Can you put those comments? Rockin says, I want to see Epstein's little black book. Oh, we can't see it because there are former presidents and high-powered people in there.
Yep.
And that's what I tell people. Oh, rocking with the truth. That's exactly what I said. They came in acting like they really freaking cared. They really wanted people to address themselves. They got videos of people cussing everybody out, who they gonna kill and talk. Really? All the faceless people have did the most threatening and allowed people to come on their channels and threaten people. Because like I said, if you really had any type of morals and values, you wouldn't have even allowed this type of behavior to come to happen.
I just hate to see this happening to another black man. I just
Right.
hate to see it happening
But
to another
see, again, nobody wanted to talk about his childhood. He was never protected as a child. I got everybody. He should have got help. Well, most people that are sick don't think they sick. As I stated, I've dealt with mental illness. They can be off day rockers. And they don't think nothing. 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 They don't think they have a problem. And that's what I'm saying, Rockin'. None of that had nothing to do. Girl, they was doxing people, calling people's jobs. I mean, the people that really was supporting Rob really cared. You had people that pretty much wasn't trying to co-sign his behavior, but they wasn't buying. Like, it didn't take him this long. It couldn't have took these people this long to arrest this man. Everybody said everybody in Chicago knew what he was doing. Well, allegedly they say. They said everybody in Chicago knew what was going on. parents were telling their kids to lie, send to him. I mean, then he, his behavior, his issues. So instead of you saying,
Hi, Ruthie.
hey, Ruthie, and I love Dubowski. Oh, Ruthie, I love you too. You know, oh, rocking with the truth, so correct. Like I said, when they called me about Dubowski, I come up with a plan to try to help him. Trevor Johnson can co-sign for that. We talked the other day. Because he said he didn't want him to be in jail. When they called me and told me the things he did, they say he's bipolar and he takes medication. I was trying to do something. What real people that care about people do. I know how to force people's hands. If somebody called me right today and said such and such, they doing this, they doing that, I think this might be going on, I'm going to investigate. If I find out either you doing this or I'm going to jam you up. That's how deep I care about people. I'm not going to let nobody freaking self-destruct out here. They all threaten each other, kill each other, talked about kids. Nothing had to do with the case, girl. All they did was talk about everybody like they would be the face. So they can be like the face. You got two faceless women that are YouTube bloggers. One has told you to write letters to Larry's probation officer, everything. Then you got another one letting folks come on their channel, talk about everybody. What is that? Them ain't people. Them ain't people. Y'all got this shit twisted. See, all of y'all that's laughing at Dubowski, your day coming too. They got all y'all recorded. Because there's a lot of people that had jobs and shouldn't have been acting the way they was acting. You laugh at Dubowski, but you done threaten me. Some of y'all getting ready to get some rude awakenings. See, karma coming back fast. It ain't waiting generations no more. Karma, that bitch comes back now, hell in the same day sometimes. Every chance these people got, all they did was set out to destroy destroy people that was trying to show support for this man. I don't even think it was. Ain't nobody perfect. Nobody is perfect. Yes, I walked those streets for a man that I loved, not in love with him like I wanted him. A man that loved my mother. My mother used to cook, get up out of her bed when he played basketball at midnight. And I thought, are you freaking kidding me? She loved her little son. We didn't think about him like this. I had heard he liked girls, not never this young. He was all he loved, you know, for Chicago to hate him so much. He was in and out of them neighborhoods in Chicago. He did a lot for people in Chicago. Not just pay for no funerals and different things. Put a lot of women through school.
The link is in the chat if anybody want to hop on and say what they want to say. We just chopping it up today, y'all. Nothing
Yeah, we just
special.
chopping it up because this was
You know.
a very emotional week. It was. See, when I get on YouTube and I done had my fireball and get in rare form, and then I had to say, this DJ April Showers, I'm out. Because I already know I'm halfway tipsy now. And I don't want to say the wrong thing. But if I go on somebody else's channel, right, Rockin'. Because trust and believe, honey. If I would have known this, I know what I would have done. But see, this is what I'm saying. People didn't give a damn about him. People was mad that he made it out the ghetto. People was mad he made it out the ghetto. He couldn't read or write. They laughed at him when he won talent shows. He was known as the little pissy, shitty smelling boy that made it.
And they did Fantasia the same way. Fantasia bought her mama a house outside of where they grew up at, and the people in her hometown were mad. Mad at her because she bought her mother a house on the other side of town. Black people.
You damn right. Get your mama out the ghetto.
Some of us just ignorant as hell.
If you look at his behavior, it's all there.
But given the chance, they would get out of the hood with the quickness too.
Girl, let me tell you. People was mad just because he made it.
That's
So
how we
now
do.
you got,
That's how we do.
see, when you come to different levels in your life, like I don't even talk. It's not even good to talk about your blessings now. Because the only thing it do is send you new enemies, new devils to attack you.
Yep. And see, a lot of
tried.
these days, people don't know what to do. They will follow any way the wind blows.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to plant their feet on solid ground. They following one person, but they don't have a mind of their own. Everything that person say do, they do.
Right. I want to know how YouTube bloggers,
like you know how many
these
people,
bloggers.
you know how many people unfollowed me because one person unfollowed me. People
that's all right, honey. Oh, I need everybody to please subscribe.
And do you know how many people unfollowed me because I speak my mind and I say what I want to say?
Oh,
and
well,
because
honey,
you don't like what I say, you unfollow me?
Right. Well, you know, they told people to stop following me once I started talking to Larry. I had Larry on my channel. And I kept him on my channel because don't nobody tell me what the hell to do with my channel. I pay my StreamYard bill. They don't.
Black people suck, man. Some black people just suck.
But this is what we do. You sitting here, you got people talking about me and wearing Depends, and you still support them. You got people claiming they God. First of all, if you was of God, you wouldn't even be participating in the mess.
Exactly. And that's my point.
You tell me you of God, but you participate in the mess. Because I done shut you down every time you try to talk to me about it. I walk in the house, you talking about I didn't come up here for this. The ones I have cursed out. See, these were some dirty people in this fight too. They laughed and smiled in your face and talked about you. And I snapped on every last one of
Christians and Hebrew, but would stab your ass in the back as soon
Girl,
as you
they just as dirty and rotten. Rotten to the core. Dirty, rotten to the core. For what? Oh, that's right. Because some of them, let me tell you, they done lived good for 3 years, girl. I mean, people was giving them money, cash apps, everything. And then here comes somebody.
R. Kelly?
Yeah. Girl, don't get, you know, you had some fans that listened and believed what the bloggers was saying. They thought their word was the gospel. So if they said what they wanted to hear, they gave them cash apps and everything else.
So where are all these women at? Where are all the women that has accused him? Are they celebrating? Where is Ariel?
And you know, and I even said, I hope everybody heals. If all of this stuff happened, I hope they all heal. But I'm leaning more towards him because I knew him. And the more I found out about him,
what I don't understand is if it happened, why stay?
Huh?
If he did do these things to them, why did they stay? And don't tell me
And
they
they kept
couldn't
coming back.
leave.
Money.
Don't tell me they couldn't leave, damn it. You can find an escape somehow.
Wait a minute. Girl, let me tell you. The Lifetime documentary, all lies, wasn't no locks on the doors. You got one woman, they was believing her, but she was married and leaving her kids in the hotel.
Just to be with him.
Yeah.
Wow.
But see, like I said, don't tell me to mute his music. And then you got black people, we saying we ain't gonna never listen to his music. But this whole country was built on a lie. You watching TV. You watching narrative.
Probably sitting somewhere watching a Harvey Weinstein movie right now.
You love Walt Disney. This country was built on lies. All kind of dirty stuff. To me, if you don't hold everybody accountable, because when they changed that statute of limitation law in Illinois, allegedly, if the law was supposed to be for the Catholic priests, do you know they had 700 Catholic priests here in Illinois that's done abused boys? You hear nothing about them. They didn't want to release their names, but they got robbed in all plastic. They didn't arrest them. What about them 700 Catholic priests in Illinois?
Well, I just don't know.
But you know, we'll do a jig and everybody partying. They got them. They finally got them. And the only thing I asked for people to do that was celebrating. I need you to please go have your uncles arrested, the touchy-feely uncle, the touchy-feely cousin, your friend who you went over to their house and their brother did something to you. All of these people, I need you to go press charges and have them arrested. Some of these girls had already been abused by family members, but they didn't sue them. They sued R. Kelly. Make that make sense. You said in your book, you know they wrote books. They had been abused by their uncles and different people. Now go get them arrested. The same way they did Michael Jackson.
Wow. We just don't know how to take care of our own.
You know,
they really, the white supremacists really trained us very well. They trained us very well.
I want to know why, people that was at the Playboy Mansion underage partying doing drugs. How in the hell can you could come back and sue somebody? You 16 at a Playboy Mansion doing drugs, having sex, doing whatever. First of all, you shouldn't have been there at 16. But you can come sue a person. When you put yourself in a position to, you put yourself to be an adult decision, you do everything you can, you got a criminal mind to me. And this is only my opinion. Hey, Purple Purple, you know, in the industry, people mad at Willie D. Because Willie D said Aaliyah was a pass around.
Aaliyah was a pass around.
Yeah, Aaliyah really loved him. She wanted to help him. Her mother and uncle them didn't think he was shit.
Mm. So is
But you know, everybody got something. I got something. You got something. Uh, or had something. Nobody walking this earth is perfect. Again, childhood trauma and the effects of slavery run rapid. A little boy that wasn't protected. No, well, everybody says, well, most people that's been abused, they don't turn into abusers. How do you know? How do you know what they do? How do you know? Just rocking with the truth. We have no male role models or leaders. They want them to be alphabet people. And we done fell right in that agenda now. She loved that man. She wanted to help him. She saw in him. She knew everything that had been done to him. She begged her parents to help him. That was the talk in the industry. In the industry, she left him. She got with Jay-Z, Damon, Dad, all these other people. No, she ain't got no justice. She wanted to see him be able to read, write, address his issues. If you look at the way his behavior was, you can see that it came out in the way he treated people. Love hate relationship with women. See, my father was manic depressive and schizophrenic. There is no way my mother allowed us to ever look at my father was still a good man, and he had mental issues. You knew this man had issues, and you didn't give a damn. None of y'all. Most people that's sick, they don't realize they sick. You have to take shit in your own hand. Oh, he's a sex addict. It was way deeper than that. And if you was his friend, you would have been tied his hand. You can tell they wasn't his friends. Hell, they let the tapes all sit there. They stole everything and sold it on eBay. But they left the tapes right there. You got some people that was running around with the madams and the handlers. He I think he's gonna be all right. His story ain't gonna end like this. I think his legacy will turn around. And I believe he's gonna come out and be a great spokesperson. Black people, we hate each other so much. We gotta stop sweeping shit under the rug. We gotta start addressing stuff. We gotta start learning how to respect people. Don't nobody have to dance to nobody's music. Don't nobody have to agree with somebody. You people let one person tell you something about a person, you unsubscribe from their channel and do that. What are you? A follower? Because that's cult-like behavior.
Right. You're absolutely right.
That is cult-like behavior.
I was thinking about that the other day.
This person that you listening to that's telling you, don't go to this person's channel, don't support this person, don't do this. That's like a cult.
Yep.
So you're following a person that has done everything under the sun too, and I'm pretty sure they got a past too. That's cult-like behavior. Nobody will ever tell me who I'm going to talk to in my life, who I'm going to be with, because I don't care. You don't make me. But if you that easily influenced, I don't want you in my circle.
Right.
You say you a God? This ain't the behavior of godly people.
Right.
So before you get up and do these songs and dances, about R. Kelly, the Boasty, any other person, black person in your community, you better watch out. Because everybody doing something, they just ain't been caught. And I'm DJ April Showers. I thank you, B, for sticking and stand. You've been my friend for 5 years. You've respected my views. I respected you. I don't like mess. The minute somebody tell me somebody's mess, I block them. You people claim you so much of God, and you trying to do the right thing, and you don't even go to your brother or sister in Christ and talk to them.
Right.
You would tell everybody to unsubscribe from them before you even talk to them. You make that make sense. But you godly. And you wonder.
That's the Hebrew for you. That's the Hebrew for you. The black man. That's the black man for you, the so-called Hebrew.
And you can't even talk to your brother and sister. See, I talked to the both. I told him there was things that he was doing that I didn't like.
So were you listening to the show? Were you listening to the show?
But I had that other person dogging me out.
Oh, see,
you could be defending somebody and not going along with that. And the person you defended will turn around and dog you out. I seen it happen yesterday. Yesterday, I was asking some women, like, why did y'all get involved with some stuff in New York? And they trying to tell me this person is their friend, and they talk everything about R. Kelly. And next thing I know, they got people on their show talking about this woman. It's a dirty game. These some dirty people out here. It's a dirty game. These people ain't your friends. And with friends like these, I don't know what an enemy is. Because these are enemy actions. These ain't friends' actions.
Sure.
But next week, we'll be back with our stories. We're going to start our ads. I know a lot of people have inboxed me and said that they're on vacation, like they're taking a break from YouTube. It's summertime, they're going out. And I told them I understood. And
I'm thinking about taking a break from YouTube myself.
Yeah.
I'm seriously thinking about it because YouTube has turned into a cesspool full of hatred for black people. That's all we're doing on YouTube is hating one another. And it's tiresome. We ain't in no position. We ain't got no room to be hating on one another, man. We ain't got no room to be beefing. And let me tell you this right now. I keep saying that I ain't beefing with nobody. But if you want it, I can bring it. I'm just saying. That's just how it is. Ain't no punks over here. When I know that I didn't do anything wrong to anybody, when I know for a fact that I haven't done anything wrong to anybody, ain't no way in hell you gonna make me feel that I did something wrong. No way in hell. Now run tell that.
Well, the thing of it is you know, everybody, they ain't practicing what they preach. They ain't none of them practicing what they preach.
Nope.
Every person I had a problem with, I called them and asked them, do we have a problem? Can we talk about this? They say we didn't have a problem. Okay, well, you don't want to talk about it.
See, that's why I don't have time, because if you have a problem with me,
but see,
you
check
come to
this
me.
out. I ain't leaving YouTube. I ain't going nowhere. I'ma still stay on here and talk just what I want to talk.
If
Ain't
anybody
nobody
out
ever
there,
turn me off YouTube because you negative. You a
if
liar.
anybody out there within the sound of my voice have a problem with me, come to me. Tell me about it.
On.
I need to know about it. Let me know. Because apparently, you know what? Woosah. How about that? Woosah.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's 1:55.
Yeah, we're going to leave it like that.
Yeah, we're going to leave it right
here.
Like
I said, people are on vacation. They are taking a break. Summertime has come. People glad to get out of the house now. They was in the house due to COVID. But we're going to still be here every Friday doing our shows. I'm AprilShowers, and I thank BeeSparrow for allowing me to come on and do this weekly recap. B, you know, we started off, our show was to try to get Black people to come together.
Yep.
And we can still, we can still do that. And we can point out.
Only like-minded.
I'm close to turning 60, right?
Only like-minded people, though.
Right.
But you know what, April? I'm being honest. I'm being real. I'm done with joining cliques. I'm too old to be in a clique. Let me put it this way. I do not want to be involved with anybody else that will allow another person from the outside to just come in and just take over. You know,
I understand where you're coming from.
I'm not messing with internet people anymore. I'm done. I'm done. I'm straight done.
And I'm going to say this to all Black people. Whether you rich, famous, poor, and I laugh at people now. You know, I look at, to be honest, I'm waiting now to see what Black person gonna be next. Will it be Clarence Thomas? Will it be LeBron? You Black people are not leaving this world without, you're gonna be damaged goods if you're Black, successful, and have made some money. So, be wise. Even just the average person, stay humble. You can be up one day, and these people will bring you down the next day. Have people in your circle that care about you.
My circle's so small, it's just me. That's how small my circle is. Be myself and I.
Yeah.
I'm done.
And you can. And the sad part is to find out that these people secretly wanted you to fail.
So it's all good. That's how people do.
Yeah.
That's how people do. But you know what? I'm a strong believer of the Most High, and that He is protecting me under the shadows of His wings. And all my life, I've been protected by the Most High Yah. Nothing can touch me. You know, you can plan, you can plot, you can do all you want to. But I am a daughter of the Most High Yah, regardless of what you or anybody might think. You can't touch me. I am a daughter of the Most High Yah. You can't do it. You know what it is he's telling me now? Is that I need to be alone. I need to be alone. Spend more time with him instead of spending time on this cesspool of YouTube. Looking for what? Looking for what? A family?
Let me tell you something.
A family? I got a family.
Right.
How about
And
that? I got a
check this
family.
out.
I don't need no
I
mother
keep
effing
telling
internet
people.
family anymore. I'm done.
Yeah. And I tell people, the people that's really out here doing the right thing, because God can spare my life. It's a whole lot. I tell people I could be in jail, prison, survive breast cancer. You better keep your mouth off me. Hey,
Hello,
Reese.
Reese from Philly. How
Hey,
you doing,
Reese.
brother?
You better keep your mouth off people that's out here doing the best that they can.
Say what you want about me. Bring it to my face. Say what you want behind my back. Talk about me all you want to anybody behind my back. Let's see you bring it to my face. Whatever you got to say, bring it to my face. And let's talk about it. Cause like I said, B didn't do a damn thing wrong. Nothing. People just haters, and people hate to hear the damn truth. When you barking up their tree, that's when they try to bark up yours. But you can't bark up my tree because ain't nothing up there. What you see is what you get. And as in the words of Big
And
Man,
let me
you
tell
ain't
you
seen nothing yet.
Let me tell you something.
Oh,
When you
child.
do something for a person and you do it from the heart and you talk about it, you dirty.
Very. Very.
You dirty.
So anyway, April, anything else you want to say before I shut
I
this thing
keep
down?
telling them, God can spare my life. You better watch. You better keep your hands off me. You better
Man,
keep my name out your mouth.
I pray for mercy every day. I beg for mercy every day. Every day. Have mercy on me, Most High, for my soul trusted in thee. Yea, under the shadows of thy wings will I make my refuge until these calamities be overpassed. Hallelujah. That's Psalms 57:1. So anyway, April, anything else you want to say before I shut it down? Because I really have to go.
This is DJ April Showers. And the message I want to give to people, stop faking the funk out here. Stop being kind artists and scammers. Stop saying you of God, but you doing everything under the sun.
Right.
God's people don't talk about people. God's people don't tell people, don't support other people. God is for all of his people getting along. So you just as dirty as the person you listening to. You ain't of God. And I'm so sick of people when they decide they want to say what God done told them.
Right.
Then everybody jump on the bandwagon. Oh, you did the right thing. First of all, you shouldn't have did the wrong thing. Because you should have never entertained it. Or I'm supposed to jump on the bandwagon. Oh, they crying, they doing all of this now. Now you still dirty and the devil to me. April Showers, I'm out. Have a great weekend. Thank you, B. See you next Friday.
Next Friday it is, God willing.
Okay.
So I want to thank my girl April for hopping on the panel. She had a rough week with her friend R. Kelly being sentenced to 30 years prison. So let's just, all we can do is pray. That's all we can do. I want to thank you guys for listening. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all subscribe. And in return, I'll do the same. Right? It's your girl, BeeSparrow, BuzzzTweet Talk Radio. Y'all, holla at y'all girl, okay? Okay.
This is BeeSparrow and BuzzzTweet Radio.
BuzzTweet Talk Radio do not own copyright for this copyrighted material, but under Section 107 United States Copyright Office, Copyright Act 1976, this video, the music and content it contains is for education and or entertainment purposes only. It's that Strange Fruit song.
Southern trees bear strange fruit, brown the leaves glowed at the root, black bodies swinging in the southern breeze, strange fruit hanging from the poplar tree, pastoral scene of the gallant South, the bulging eyes and the twisted mouths, scent of magnolia, so sweet and fresh. Then the sudden smell of burning flesh. Here is a fruit for the crows to pluck, for the rain to gather, for the wind to suck, for the sun for the sun to rise, for the trees to drop, the trees to drop, strange and bitter cry, strange and bitter.
Creates a spirit of resentment in every Negro. They think they're living in a police state and they become hostile toward the policeman. They think that the policeman is there to be against them rather than to protect them. And these thoughts, these frustrations, these apprehensions automatically are sufficient to make these Negroes begin to form means and ways to protect themselves in case the police themselves get too far out of them.
For the clothes to plug, for the rain to gather, for the wind to blow, for the sun to ride, for the leaves to drop. Here is the food. For the clothes to plug, for the rain to gather, for the wind to blow, for the sun to ride, for the leaves to drop. Here is the food. How did we get here again?
Still killing us out here, family. Strange fruit.
How did we get here again? Strange.
Yeah.
How did we get here again?
Peace. Real.
How did we get here again? Strange.
Me and Billie Holiday, we talking strange fruits. Old trees, same story, but new news. Bloodshed cause of blood ties, blood roots. Vamp killer for true blood, cause my blood true. Strange fruit, swinging food for the fires of the earth. Yeah, the crow eating us with the worms in the dirt. Some burn, still burn, cause they ain't turned from the curse. I'm bending knee for Bay Al, so they burn with the church. Dead on the vine, return the race. And I say they united, but I grace amazing. Redemption for them, with that in the sky. No bird, no plane, it's y'all should have saved them. Let me take you to dignity, yeah. Just now for the triple D, yeah. When they say things have changed, but things are the same. They memorialize in a hanging tree. They still rally in the city cause Triple K in your city blood. The judges and police, the politician, government branches be hanging us.
For the clothes to plug, for the rain to gather, for the wind to blow, for the sun to ride, for the leaves to drop. Here is the food. For the clothes to plug, for the rain to gather, for the wind to blow, for the sun to ride, for the leaves to drop. Here is the food. How did we get here again? How did we get here again? Strange fruit. How did we get here again? How did we get here again? Strange fruit. Your ability and they see in their grace. Lay in the street with no visible break. Bodies keep falling for days. Mothers on these and they
100.
Teach you this too. I'm gonna teach you this because you could be. So it's gonna